So basically, The Circle just kind of made me want to delete my Facebook account. Even though it was a sort of a bad movie, it just made me want to delete my Facebook account. I usually really like sort of like techno thrillers, and I love dystopian fiction, and especially like it when it involves sort of technology that we have. And The Circle, it was interesting. It did hold my attention throughout, but the ending, there were just so many annoying things in this movie that it was just Anyway, Emma Watson, she's this young woman. Her father has MS. She's working a dead-end job, and then all of a sudden she gets a job at this company called The Circle, which is some sort of like Google, Facebook, Apple hybrid company. Sort of rises through the ranks. She does well, and then she ends up meeting the creator of the original company. He tells her, oh, you know, they're doing things and they're trying to keep tabs on everybody and that sort of thing. And then she becomes an advocate for basically for the company. She offers to wear this camera all the time. She gets disillusioned, but then the ending is just, it's like there was a lot of cliche stuff through the movie. I could deal with that. Basically, the ending, she decides she's going to try and reform the company, but then she gets up there and she's like, I've now released all of Tom Hanks and this other creepy guy who works with him, their information and all of the company's files, and we need everybody to be transparent. And it doesn't really explain what she does. She basically marches through the crowd, goes out a door, and then the screen is enveloped by light. And then it shows her in a kayak, and there's a drone around her, and it's videotaping her, and she says hello, and then it zooms out, and there's like all these other videos around it. So it's basically like she just went and did what the company was gonna do anyway, but it's just she took over the company. It was like, what? Some of the rhetoric in it is things that I've heard your Mark Zuckerbergs and that sort of thing say. Things like, oh, openness. I think that's actually like one of the things that Facebook, like, that's in their sort of mission statement about like, oh, the world is better if everything is open, and that's why you have to use your real name. The sad thing that I find about techno thrillers these days is that it's really hard to not be cliche and make these sort of heavy-handed statements, and it's always going to turn into this stupid fight between people who hate technology and think we should get rid of all of it, and then these idiots online who share that stupid herder Thomas Edison was a witch post from Tumblr, who think that any criticism of technology is like baby boomers being Luddites or something, and that you have to just accept all technology. It just turns into these arguments between these two groups, and it's annoying. But the weird thing is this movie wasn't cliche, but it was just unsatisfying and stupid. Was she just greedy and wanted to take over the company and she didn't actually care? I don't know. There were just so many unanswered questions, like what was in the information that she released about the company. There were parts where they were sneaking around into different areas in the building, even though we know that the company has these little cameras that theoretically they would have already stuck everywhere. The first thing they would have done with them is put them all over their offices, right? So wouldn't they have known that they were being watched? Like, where was John Boyega's character living? Like, what was he doing? Why was he exploring the sewers? The writing was not the best. I know that this is based on a book. I wouldn't mind reading the book. The confrontation with her friend Mercer was super cheesy.
Bye.
All of Emma Watson's speeches. Emma Watson was okay. She actually reminded me more of Hermione in this than in Beauty and the Beast.
You're most scared of?
Unfulfilled potential.
In Beauty and the Beast, I was able to just disconnect and like, yeah, you know, it's Belle. But in this, I just saw Hermione more. Ellar Coltrane, who plays her friend Mercer, he's the kid from Boyhood, and I'm sorry, he can't act. Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks. He's too pure for this world. Is there a bad Tom Hanks performance? I don't think so. John Boyega was just kind of random in there. I didn't realize it was him until like halfway through the movie. The thing I was most shocked about is that Carla from Scrubs is in this movie. I couldn't hear the audio mix at some points, like in the party scene. I couldn't hear what her friend Annie was saying to her. One of the best parts of this movie, in my opinion, was when Emma Watson's character May starts wearing this camera. it shows on screen all the comments that people are leaving as she's streaming her day-to-day life. Some of the ones in the background said like, I fart in bed, or I'm eating cheese from last year. At one point, like something like, your privilege is showing popped up. I don't know, that just made me laugh because like, it's so internet right now. We all know that if that was going on in real life, people would just troll it so hard. It would be like the whole Shia LaBeouf "he will not divide us" thing times 10. The communication team talking about how she has to be social with the people and come in on the weekends and live there and stuff. Oh my goodness, that just made me cringe so hard because it unfortunately reminds me of what I've experienced and heard of at some sort of millennial hip businesses, especially in the technology sector, and it's just like, ugh, just frustrated me. I was gonna give this a 2.5, but the ending was garbage. I'm gonna give The Circle 2 stars. I actually did enjoy the experience of watching it, but there were just so many things that were wrong with the movie that, yeah, I mean, it didn't bore me, so that's good. I would say check out The Circle, but you're probably going to be annoyed. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. This one's probably too long. Feel free to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. My Letterboxd profile is in the description if you want to follow me there, and I will see you next time.